NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Now and then, those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball, long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
That will be a great look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today.
Great start.
Here at the par 3 second hole, just under 215 yards.
Well, this is straight at it.
That's a really good line. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Not a real hard game, is it? Birdie to open. Moving on to the third hole now. Short par 4, under 400 yards.
He's going for a little extra.
I mean, that is one of the hardest drives I've ever seen. Just let it rip.
Oh, it's fine.
Over the years, this golf course has hosted so many national and regional championships, including the 1950 U.S. Women's Amateur, the 1963 Ryder Cup, and 2001 U.S. Men's Amateur Championship. It is now the permanent home of the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola, the culminating event, the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup. That's how the best in the world play it, Frank.
Well, it's a little lucky that it went in, but it was always going to be close.
Here now at the par 4 fourth at East Lake at 440 yards in length. And Frank, I was about to say, well, it stretches out now, gets a little bit longer after some short par 4s to open. Then I thought, what, 440 yards? That's another drive and a wedge for today's players.
It certainly is. The two bunkers down the right make you sort of send your tee shot towards that left side of the fairway, but you'd actually rather be in a fairway bunker than that left rough. And one of the reasons why is this green pitches not only back to front, but also from left to right.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side, really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Getting set now over the putt. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the fifth hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one. Hit for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
A great way to start a hole, nicely placed in the fairway. Now getting set for the approach here at the fifth hole at East Lake. Frank, what's the right way to go?
Well, if you've got a long club in hand, you can sort of bounce the ball and let the ball sort of turn to the left. Everything slopes from that back right corner to that middle left portion of the green.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, it is really pretty simple here at the sixth. You need one good, clean strike of the golf ball.
Yeah, and the ball's got to travel the right distance, land softly, and give yourself a 6 or an 8-foot putt. That's the way it's drawn out. Chances of doing that are very, very small. The reason why, just have another look at this tee shot. And if you can see as much water as I can, you're going to realize this is no pushover.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. We're at the 7th now.
I'm loving that balance.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, what's the benefit of putting a hybrid in the bag?
Well, it used to be only the most powerful players could hit a long iron. So if you're not as long a hitter as somebody else, then a hybrid is a great match to sort of fill that gap. And if you're clever enough, you can actually fill the gaps in your bag depending on your skill level.
That is impressive. Hit every single green in regulation today. Well done. Oh yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Hole number 8, now another dogleg left. Set up here, 405 yards, par 4. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
And from the rough, he manages to not only make the green, but get within easy striking distance of the hole. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good putt. Here at the 9th hole, the first par 5 of the day, a long drive provides an opportunity to reach this green in 2, especially if the hole is playing downwind. Second shot will be either a mid to long iron layup short of a fairway bunker on the left, or a fairway wood try for the green in 2. That green is guarded in front by deep bunkers, and anything long will be a difficult up and down. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Going with a lob wedge here. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, and a chance for another one today. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Well, that was a bold effort at eagle there, Frank.
Oh, you got to applaud him there, though. You're going for eagle, there's no way he was going to leave it short.
He's made it. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We are back on a beautiful day here at East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta. Set to kick off all the action on the back 9. The 10th is 469 yards.
Par 5 for the members, Rich, par 4 for the pros. There is a lake down there, but it's only for top of Ted, not these great players in the field. 9 bunkers last time I counted them here on 10, and I'd like to think they're not all in play. I've got to mention over the fence.
I've played some golf with Toppy Ted, also with Pat. Frank, how about that?
Well, can you believe that, too? I mean, could have hit the flag and bounced away instead. Straight in. Amazing shot, and really deserves it.
Moving on to the 11th here, 197 yards. Moving on now to the 11th, and another par 3. Frank, this one just under 200 yards.
Does play a little bit uphill, and really it's like a V-shaped green. Those 2 front bunkers really pitch the front of that green in. Hole actually gets a little easier the further the flag goes up the green. It's a little wider, and the chances of having an uphill putt increase.
This one looks right on point. And that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So they'll tap in. Everybody loves him. Birdie. on the card. Frank, one thing I really like about Eastlake Golf Club, the variety of holes. There's some good par threes. We've seen that. Just a couple of par fives. But then you have this collection of really fascinating short par fours, including here at the 391-yard 12th.
It just goes to show in today's game you don't always have to reach for a 500-yard par 4. The 12th, even though it's under 400 yards, is quite deceiving. There's a lone fairway bunker on the right that has to be avoided. And then judging the lie, if you're on a downhill lie, pitching into a green that's also below you. That front bunker might look a long way short of the green, but it's caught a few errant second shots.
Trying to make yet another birdie.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Now down on the tee here at the 13th. This one stretched out just a little bit more, 476 yards and a par 4.
And now you're playing straight up the hill away from Eastlake, so you can tack another 30 or 40 yards onto this hole. 2 bunkers down the left. There's only a player or two in the field that could actually fly that second one. So it will play as a dogleg left. And also that second shot, you're going to have to add at least another club or two for that uphill going into this green.
This is a good-looking shot. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Settles in over the putt. Right in the heart. Backing up that long 13th hole, we now arrive at the 14th, and this too is a challenging par 4, Frank.
Tough fairway to hit because of the pin from the left side of the fairway to the right side of the fairway. No fairway bunkers to worry about, but if you watch the Tour Championship over the years, you'll find the majority of the field live in that right rough. It's the most difficult part of playing this downhill par 4.
That's in the fairway. The approach now to the 14th hole. Frank, what do you look to do here?
It's the opposite of 13. Now you're going straight downhill, but the green slopes in the other direction, so don't get too cavalier here. You've got to pitch that ball just slightly short of the flag.
That will be a great look at birdie. Now a 7-footer. Count that for a birdie. Now we're at the par 5 15th, and it's only 525 yards, so obviously a great chance to make a birdie, maybe even an eagle. But if you stray off the tee, you could walk away with 6. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. This one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it.
That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green. No putter, no problem. Slams that into the cup. There are 3 tall pines on the right side of the fairway that force players to hit a fade to get to the best position in the fairway. With a good drive, players can definitely reach this short par 5 in 2. A well-bunkered green poses problems if missed long or short. One of the easiest holes at East Lake. A par here will drop a shot to the field.
Has it come down yet? Not only is it straight, it's mega long.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is classy.
I had a chance of going
in. He's made it. Here we are at the 16th now. Frank, the par 4 17th at 455 yards has become really one of the most famous holes on the PGA Tour.
By virtue of that grade up and down by Belham, the level of the lake had been reduced just to the level where you could actually play that vital third shot. The hole is a slight dogleg left, par 4, fairly flat. Those 3 bunkers down the right are absolutely perfect if you're going to just bail out to the right. You'll certainly learn how to play fairway bunker shots. If you can find the fairway, this green raised slightly and you'll see that gaping front bunker that protects the front.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Getting set now over the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the final hole here at Eastlake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always, twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. This is all over it.
Dude, he just made an ace. And that wraps up the 3rd round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Peach Invitational. Located in Atlanta, Georgia, the Eastlake Golf Club is the home course to the legendary golfer Bobby Jones. It's the oldest golf course in the city of Atlanta. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Knopfler for EA Sports. All the action out on the course today. That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be what? 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's good.
And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Here we are at this 424-yard par 4 opening hole, and it's pretty straightforward. Just some trouble left and trouble right if you stray off the tee. If you keep it in play with a good tee shot, accurate tee ball, you'll have a chance to make a 3 on this opening hole. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the 2nd. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Hole number 3 is a par 4, just 390 yards.
Oh, he is winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Smoked that one.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. He's safely on deck.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Fourth hole now, 440 yards. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Back on the tee here at East Lake, fifth hole, 520-yard par 4. Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the fifth hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really you have to hit a good one here. Otherwise, you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
Safely aboard. Trying to make yet another birdie. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, it's pretty simple here at the sixth hole. 209 yards over water. You need one good strike of the golf ball.
It sounds easy, doesn't it?
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
So they'll tap in. Has his par. We're at the seventh now. Well, this one has a chance to be really good.
That's fine. Yeah, Rich, the reason why the best players enjoy stroke play so much is that every single shot's going to count. And you can't get away with anything in stroke play.
You have to manage your game, and you have to manage your emotions as well, because it can get away from you in a hurry. Here's to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Good putt. Here at the eighth, again, this is not an especially long hole, but it requires some thinking. It's a strategic golf hole, 405-yard par 4, and it doglegs to the left, so position is key. Long and straight, about 320 yards, and in the fairway. Trying to get a good mental picture here on the approach shot at the par 4 eighth. Again, most important to just avoid those bunkers by the green. Well, that's how you play play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Ooh, that hurts.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. He needs this. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? To finish off the front nine now, we are on to the first of two par fives on the course, measuring at exactly 600 yards.
I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it. Second shot. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
This is the second par five to have been shortened to play as a par four, and this hole requires that the tee shot be long and to the left side of the fairway. That allows players to see the putting surface. The second shot will likely be a mid to long iron into a pretty large green, and that green slopes severely from back right to front left, making lag putting from the back a real challenge. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
The incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Depending on the wind, the tee shot to this elevated green ranges from a 4 to 6 iron for most players. The green is 38 yards deep, and the back portion is blind to players on the tee. A large oak tree protects the right side of the green, and the front portion is pinched by a pair of deep greenside bunkers. Side hill putts often have 4 to 5 feet of break, and putts from above the hole is surprisingly quick.
Great, too.
Beautiful. Now at the downhill par 4 12th and looking at only 391 yards. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
That will be a great look at birdie. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday, and he'll do it again today. Boy, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Now teeing off here at the 13th.
Swing, and the result is every bit as good.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole today.
So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
At the 14th now, 442-yard par 4 goes downhill a bit. shot.
Yeah, you have to hit the ball down the left side of the fairway, Rich, because everything slates to the rough on the right. Ball hangs up on the left side. There is a lone tree in the rough there that often comes into play. Green slopes away from the players to the left, and those two bunkers, the reason why they're pinched in, well, when you're in the rough, you'll find out why they're there. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Good looking shot right here. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday and a chance for another one today. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
This par 5 15th measures in at only 525 yards. There is a chance to get to the green in two without question, but there's also some trouble out there.
Rich, there's great drivers of the ball. We've seen Norman, Necklace over the years, but that there is just excellent. Lovely full turn, plenty of power, and just piped it.
Made it look easy right there, and he's such a good-looking player. When he's dialed in, swinging the way he is right now, just a pleasure to watch. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Wow, Nate Siegel makes everybody else look sort of average, Frank.
And look at the size of that lead on the leaderboard now.
Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4. Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. Trying to pull it all together here late in the round. The approach now to the 16th. That's how you play the game, right there. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot, good look at the green.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
Has it. That's birdie. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. EA Sports and the United States Golf Association are proud to present a national championship. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the U.S. Open Championship. This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that.
That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again. Well, Rich, when you consider how many people started the week off just sneaking in the top 10 right now, that's something to be proud of.
That was a decent par right there. Second hole now here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open, Frank. It's a relatively short par 4.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's easy, though. This is more of a strategic hole. You want to lay the ball up around sort of 270, 280 yards, avoid that big bunker on the left. It is going to leave a short iron in, but the hole bends to the left as well as the slope of the land is right to left. Got to take that into account.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Frank, what's the best way to access the hole location on this second shot here at the second hole at Chambers Bay?
Well, Rich, it's really set up with a drive. If you can drive it down the right side, you get a better view. Plus, you can avoid that ridge that's in the middle of the green on the left side. If you're coming in from the left side, that bunker on the right, now you realize why they put that there.
Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Enjoying that trio at the top.
Now set to play the first par 3 of this U.S. Open, Frank, the third hole here at Chambers Bay.
A little bit like the second hole where the contours slope from right to left. So if that breeze is coming from that direction, that's going to swing the ball all the way across the green. And this green is anything other than symmetrical.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction.
And with that, birdie moves into a tie for the lead.
We've got ourselves a battle right now, Rich.
Frank, so often a U.S. Open is defined by difficult par 4s. How does the fourth here at Chambers Bay stack up?
Well, Rich, it adds to your list here. 495 yards, that says one thing, but the fact that it's anything other than straight, bunkers left and down the right side, plus the hole bends to the right, so this is a very strategic hole. If anything, something slightly left of center, but you're still going to have a lengthy second shot.
No troubles there, right in the fairway here at the fourth. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, this is right at
it. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Starting to make the move, now to -3 with yet another birdie. Now the fifth hole here at the U.S. Open, and Frank, quite a dramatic tee shot.
Everything's really in front of you. You can see it from the elevated tee, bunkers left and right. That's not really the problem. One of the problems is that bunker just short, smack bang in the middle of this green. So the chances of flying that bunker and stopping on this green down breeze are probably next to none. So you're going to have to go in right or left of that bunker.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Now the approach shot here at the fifth hole at Chambers Bay, and how difficult is this?
Well, it looks straightforward, but the second shot, once again, just semi-blind. You've got to be very aware of that little central bunker that's just short of the green, because you're either going to have to go over it or around it.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. That was not a very good read right there. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Back down now to hole number 6. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. Once considered the best PGA teaching pro in the country, our featured golfer makes birdie and now sits comfortably inside the cut line. Well, Frank, what a stretch of tough par 4s here at Chambers Bay. Now to the 7th, long uphill par 4 and a lot of trouble to the right.
Yeah, and it's all sand, that's for sure. If you miss the field on the left, then it's all dunes, so take your pick, really. But ideally, that green piece that the superintendent often mows each and every day, that's the place to go. And for a US Open at 508 yards, if you miss that little green strip, then this hole will be hazardous, because it's going to play a lot longer than that uphill.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Well, Frank.